guys, so this time I have my top 10 quotes from The Princess Bride that I use in normal everyday vocabulary. It's a weird one. But this book is my favorite book ever, and if I were going to pick my top 10 quotes, it would be the entire freaking book. Because it's that awesome. So I decided my top 10 were going to be ones that I actually quote in everyday life, and some of them I've taken to the point that I've actually just adjusted them and made them my own. Like, that's just how I talk now because I have watched this movie and read this book so many times that it's just ingrained in my head. Most of them are in the movie because the movie, I watched that first. So even the book, I read them with like the actor's voice in my head the entire time. So Cary Elwes is Wesley as far as I am concerned. Yes. So intonation and stuff mostly comes from the movie. And there will be a lot of really bad accents in this video because I can't help it and I'm not good at accents. Sorry. Number 10. We have, when I was your age, television was called books. That was a bad grumpy old man. So I am not that old. We had television when I was little. I grew up in the 80s. We lived off television. Yeah. But I love the sentimentality of this book, this quote, that I am so old. So sometimes I will rework it. You know, when I was your age, we didn't have phones on our pockets. We had to go use the landline or something lame like that. I don't know. Or sometimes just because I feel old, I will quote this, just like when I was your age, television was called books. I feel so old. So, that's why that's number 10. And number 9. Do not envy you the headache you will have when you awake. Yeah. Pretty much I will use this quote word for word. Doing something really stupid and that is just, it's gonna hurt. Like, don't. Why are you doing that? So, yeah, I don't really envy you the mess you're gonna have when it's done. Or literally, I don't envy you the headache you're gonna have later. Number 8 is kind of a double quote back and forth. It's Buttercup and Wesley. We'll never survive. Nonsense. You're only saying that because no one ever has. And it's more Wesley's response. Oh, you can't do that. Nobody's done it before. It's wrong. Or whatever. You're only saying that because nobody's ever done it before. I could totally be the doctor. Just because there's never been an American or a female playing the doctor doesn't mean I couldn't do it. Just because nobody's ever done it doesn't mean it's impossible. No, it's impossible because I cannot do accents. That's a different story. Number 7. We have Inigo Montoya and a Man in Black person meeting, and he asks him, why can't I pronounce his name? Inigo asks, who are you? No one of consequence. I must know. Get used to disappointment. Yes, I love the I must know. Like, so many times I'm just like, I have to know. Tell me. What do you mean it's a secret? But you just want to tell just me, that's it. Like, it's not that hard. And sometimes people ask me stuff and I'm like, yeah, too bad. Just, get used to it. A lot of times, especially working in customer service, it's like, yeah, tough breaks, man. Get used to disappointment. Number 6. You miserable vomitous mass. Love that quote. It's like Shakespearean. It's poetic. The way it flows. I mean, you could literally find this in a Shakespearean play, probably. But it sounds wonderful. You miserable vomitous mass. The way the words just roll off the tongue. It's beauty. Perfect beauty. And they are nice small, like, not small words, but like words that everybody knows. They're common words. People know what miserable, vomitous, mass means. Like, and it gives a lovely image. It's just something you just threw up. Like, you are so gross and disgusting. is one of my favorite insults. You miserable vomitous mess. Yes. Number 5. And these last 5, well, all my last 5s are probably like I am really bad at picking and deciding, so really could have gone any order almost. But number 5, have fun storming the castle. It's said by Miracle Max and Delay Valerie, and I love this quote. It's great for like somebody leaving, like a goodbye, like have fun, bye, see ya. But like when they're going off, especially when they're going off to do something, like I'm going to go to work now. I have to go find so and so. I have this errand I need to do. Have fun storming the castle. Bye. Great quote. Totally versatile and applicable to everyday life. Number 4. You mock my pain. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I love that. I told you one of my favorite... In my video for why this is my favorite book ever, I totally talk about how I love the fact that, like, he talks about, like, life is pain over and over, life is unfair. And this one quote sums it up the best. It is the best way of saying it. Carrie Elwes's inflection in this quote in the movie is just awesome. Life is pain. Anyone who says differently is selling something. Truer words were never spoken. So I quote it quite frequently when people complain about, oh man, my life sucks. Yep, life is pain. Number 3. I always think everything could be a trap, which is why I'm still alive. I think that pretty much sums up my outlook on life. I always think the worst is going to happen, which is why I am totally prepared for most horrible things to happen. Yeah, it could totally be a trap. Somebody could totally just steal everything. Yeah. That's why I'm still standing. Number 2. It's a double quote, and I couldn't really separate them, but at the same time, I use them independently again. So, inconceivable! You keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. So, yes, I use inconceivable quite frequently anytime something happens that I don't think, like, I didn't see that coming. Like, what? Or there is no way you finished all your work already. Like, no, that's not possible. You didn't do it right, or you sped through it, or just no. That is inconceivable. And you have to say it like I'm Vincini, obviously. Inconceivable. I don't know why I can't do quotes right now. And the second part of that is you keep saying that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. One of my pet peeves is not like grammar and stuff, but like just using a word wrong. Like that's not what that word means. People will just flat out use a word to mean the exact opposite. It's like, no, that is not it. Literally means to actually have something happen. What you mean is figuratively. Seriously. You're literally getting the usage of literally wrong. A little bit annoyed by that, but an excellent quote for that situation. And my number 1 quote from The Princess Bride comes solely from the book, and it's probably the one that I use most often, like every day. Well, sort of. The quote is, "The Queen's pride was his ship, and he loved her. That is the way his sentences always went. It is raining today, and I love you. My cold is better, and I love you. Say hello to horse, and I love you." Like that. I love that quote. It's so beautiful and captures how in love Wesley is with Buttercup. Like, you just can't even write a sentence without ending it with "I love you." Oh. And like I said, I use this like every day. So I use it to the cat. I love Offsides. He's my baby. So when I come home from work or I've been out or whatever, I come back and I see him and I will start telling him about my day. or what happened, or what the weather's like. And every sentence, and end every sentence with, I love you. It's raining outside, and I love you. The snow is melting, and I love you. You would hate it outside, but I love you. Or tell him, what happened. I was at work today, and I love you. And I found this picture book, and I love you. It's called Choose First Day at School by Neil Gaiman, and I love you. And it's about a panda bear who is so cute, just like you, and I love you. And he goes to school, and he sneezes, and everything goes psh. Oh, it's so cute. I love you. Like that. That is my top 10 quotes from The Princess Bride. That I love them so much that they are just in my everyday vocabulary. So, yay. I will link to in the description thingy. Yeah. I will link my video about why I think The Princess Bride is the best book ever. Have fun storming the castle!